Hello YouTubers, beer geeks, and beer hounds alike. Bill here. We're going to do a beer review today. This one is called Pabst Blue Ribbon Beer. This one comes in at, hang on, gotta find it. Oh man, doesn't say. Come on, has to say, right? Okay, well, I'm assuming it's probably around 5%, I guess. Pabst Brewing since 1844. It says Pabst Blue Ribbon Beer, Sound Society. Pabst Blue Ribbon Sound Society is built to amplify the creative voices of New America. We exist to foster an exclusive community that brings like-minded people together through our shared love of music. Thank you, Nick Hensley Wagner, for his original design for the music can. Learn more at pabstblueribbon.com//sound society. Okay, this is a 24-ounce bomber can I got at AM/PM for like $3. It's got a date of November 18th, 19. So I think that's the canned on date. Super fresh. And this is what the can looks like. It's got a new can, not the classic blue ribbon can that it used to have. This was probably one of my favorite macro brewery beers back in the day. This is what I used to pretty much was my go-to for like half my life. And this beer has a cult following and made a big comeback in the last few years. Apparently it almost died off like the dinosaurs did to extinction, and all of a sudden something happened. It made a big comeback, and I always liked it. I always thought it was one of the better beers for the buck. Let's get it cracked open and see what we got here. I never reviewed it. It's been a long time since I had a Pabst. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, I was always like in between Pabst and like Miller Genuine Draft. Those were my two main ones back in the day when I was on a very, very tight budget. I didn't even know craft beer existed when I was drinking this stuff. So this was it for me. This was the best, I thought. I think it's been like at least 4 or 5 years since I had one of these, and the can has really changed a lot. Doesn't even look like the same can. I don't even know who's brewing this anymore. Let's see. Pabst Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, for consumer. Okay, yeah, so Milwaukee. I thought I heard through the grapevine that Miller brews this. I'm not sure if that's true or not. Maybe you can let me know in the comments. But anyways, we have a huge frothy, foamy, cream, not really creamy, but foamy, frothy looking head. And we have a crystal clear yellow color. Looks like lager. I'm not sure if the recipe is still the same. It's been so long since I had one of these. Hopefully it's the same, because I used to really like this beer. And we used to drink this till our ears would bleed. So that's what it looks like. This is a totally mass-produced beer. Typical adjunct lager, macro brewery looking beer. The head's holding on pretty good there though. That's a good sign. I mean, like back in the day, a fancy beer to me was like St. Pauli Girl or like Moosehead or Grolsch or something like that. I thought that was like fancy stuff, you know, those Pilsners. And this was just like the go-to. This is all I drank for years was Pabst. Anyways, let's get an aroma on this puppy. Right up front, I'm getting like a corn note and a slight barley note. And a little bit of like a bready kind of a note. Very slight though. That's about what I got. Let's get a hit. Cheers. Pretty good, cool looking can. The new can's cool looking. It's got like a Gibson Flying V on it. Some weird looking chick singing. Anyways, let's try it again. Cheers. The taste has a very slight kind of a malty, like a caramel malt note in there. It's kind of sweet. Don't get me wrong, it's not sweet. It's more like just a malt, kind of a sweetness, but it's not sweet. It's like pretty good actually. Has kind of like a grassy, kind of a very slight grassy, earthy kind of hop note in there. A little bitterness, but it's not like bitter. It has enough of that sweetness in there to balance that out. It's got good head retention. As you can see, some good lacing on the glass there. It's not too shabby actually. It's a little better than I remembered actually. Although this is probably my very first time actually drinking Pabst out of a glass. I always just swill it out of a can. And so what we have is like a corn and a slight barley note with some kind of like a malt sweetness going on here. It's leaving really nice rings on the glass. And a very slight kind of earthy kind of hop note. This definitely has more flavor than the regular Bud Miller or Coors. Definitely. It's got a very nice medium to light mouthfeel. That last train home. It's kind of like smooth and a little bit silky actually. It's got a very nice smooth mouthfeel. Not bad. Yeah, it's got like a breadiness to it. The malt, it's got like a breadiness to it. Then when you hit it, that malt, that bready malt kind of is a little sweet. There's no foul odors or no foul taste. It's all good all the way through. It hits real nice. It's got real nice head retention and lacing on the glass. It's got really good malt to it actually. Good grains, whatever they're using, I'm not sure. Probably barley and some corn, that's what I'm tasting. But this is better than the Bud Miller Coors stuff, you know, the mainstream stuff. I always felt this was a little bit like an offshoot of those, but with a little bit higher quality. That's my opinion. I mean, look at the lacing. I mean, that's a nice head. Granted, this beer's maybe like 2 weeks old. Super fresh. Tastes good. Actually tastes decent. On a scale of 1 to 5 stars, I'm gonna have to give this puppy. This is totally drinkable, and if you're actually thirsty, this will quench your thirst. It's very inexpensive. On a scale of 1 to 5 stars, I'll give this puppy 3 stars out of 5. It's decent. It's a decent lager. Yep, Every drink you take leaves a ring on the glass. That's awesome. Oh, Pabst Blue Ribbon. Still making it good, that's for sure. Always did like this beer. Really. One more hit, we'll wrap it up. Cheers. Yeah, like corn, some barley, like a kind of a bready kind of malt grain, whatever. It's kind of sweet, and it's real smooth. It's got real smooth mouthfeel, and it's very tasty actually. Sometimes I don't want to get like have a hoppy beer. I just want to enjoy like a beer, regular beer. This would be one I would definitely grab for. So 3 stars out of 5 is my story, and I'm sticking with it. And I'll have the description of it at the bottom of the video in the description section. Please like the video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I would appreciate it if you did, and we'll catch y'all later. See ya.